Scientific Notation and Linear Equations, Lessons 4 through 7 review. Questions 40 through 42. I'm going to start with number 40. Write an equation for the given ordered pairs in the table below. Well, this table is nice because it gives you x is 0. That's what I have boxed there in the middle, 0, negative 12. That is nice because, remember, the y-intercept, your b, is the value of y when x is 0. So we always want to look for that x is 0. And if you have x is 0, then that y value that corresponds with it is your y-intercept. So b is negative 12. So again, my y-intercept is negative 12. Well, from that information, I can eliminate A and C because their y-intercepts are positive too. So now I need to figure out what my slope is. My slope is either going to be a negative 6 or a positive 6. So back to the chart. To find my slope, I do a difference in y values over the difference in x values. So I'm going to start by subtracting 0 minus 12. Sorry, 0 minus negative 12. Minus a negative would become positive, so this would be positive 12. On this side, I'm going to do 2 minus 0. Well, 2 minus 0 is 2. So again, my slope is the difference in y values over the difference in x value. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Excuse me. So my slope is positive 6. So which answer is it, B or D? Well, D is the one that has a positive 6 slope. So that is my answer. Pause your video, make sure you have all of that written down. 41. Same thing, write an equation for the given ordered pairs in the table below. But unfortunately this time we were not giving x is 0. When you're not given x is 0, that's when you have to use the point slope form. Excuse me. So let's start by finding our slope. So I'm going to take 3 minus 15. That would be negative 12. And then I'm going to take 1 minus 2, negative 2. That would become 1 plus 2, which is 3. So my slope, the difference in y values over the difference in x values. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. Now, I need to pick a point from this graph. And you could pick any that you want. I probably would pick the 1, 3. But I know a lot of you are used to the top one being your x1, y1. So we'll go ahead and use that one. So this is x1. This will be y1. So the ordered pair that I'm going to use is negative 2, 15. So this will be my x1, y1. All right, now I'm going to take all this information right here, and I'm going to put it in to that equation there. So it's going to be stay y minus y1 is 15 equals the slope. Right here's my slope, negative 4. Times x minus. Now there's two ways to do this. x1 is negative 2. So you could either put negative 2 in parentheses like that and then put another parentheses, or you could just know that the double negatives is going to become positive. So instead of putting minus negative 2, I'm going to write it as plus 2. I don't care which way you do it. Now we're going to do the distributive property. So this will stay y minus 15 on the left. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times positive 2 is negative 8. Now I want to isolate the y, so I'm going to add 15 to both sides using the inverse operation. So I'm going to add 15 to both sides. So that will give me a final answer of y equals negative 4x, negative 8 minus 15, or in other words, negative 8 plus 15, or 15 minus 8, is positive 7. And that is it for 41. Pause your video, get all of that written down. Okay, question 42. Which xy table shows the corresponding values for the equation y equals negative 3x minus 2? So this is the equation that we're using right up here. All right, what is the slope of that equation? Well, my slope is negative 3. What is my y-intercept? My y-intercept is negative 2. So I got the slope here, the y-intercept there. Now, notice how I boxed 0, negative 2 for A, 0, 2 for C, and 0, negative 3 for D. That's because from that information, I right away know my y-intercept for those three charts. So for A, my y-intercept is negative 2. For C, my y-intercept is 2. For D, my y-intercept is negative 3. Again, I got that information right there, and right there. Okay. Well, it says that my y-intercept needs to be negative 2, which means this will not work, so I can cross out C. This will not work, so I can cross out D. I can't cross out B because I don't know what this is yet. So let's now find the slope. Well, this one, I'm going to be taking negative 2 minus negative 8. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6. On the left side, 0 minus negative 2, minus a negative becomes positive. So my slope here is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So again, I subtracted here, and I subtracted here. All right, for B, I've got negative 8 minus 4 to get negative 12. 2 minus negative 2. Minus a negative becomes positive, so 2 plus 2 is 4. My slope for B is negative 12 over 4, which would give me negative 3. All right, so A has a slope of positive 3, B has a slope of negative 3. Well, it says here that my slope needs to be negative 3. So this one will not work. So my final answer is B. Okay. It is important that you write all of that down. If you have any questions on problems 40 through 42, please let me know.